It is good, YouTube. Welcome back to another recap. Day 4 in a row. The streak continues. Um, yeah, and too much got to be said. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Today we did not have news, and I was bullish coming into the day. I will show you why. So as you can see, we're V-shaping up. Still, this is the 4-hour chart, but we're coming down, kind of rebalancing into this I guess you could call it like a little this leg right here. I think this was around 50% of the leg, so I was like, we're respecting it. When I struck down on a 1 hour, 15 minute, all these gaps were being respected. So I said, okay. With that, an ES is just up in oblivion. So I was like, I wouldn't be mad at seeing some type of retracement. But if you look closely, I don't know why it's not letting me zoom. Okay, there we go. This is the daily chart on ES. Right here is a one daily or the daily gap that we left, and we're very close. So I said we're probably going to tap that coming into the day, and we'll get a strong move off of it. And that's exactly what we did. So I said coming into the day, we're clearly dumping, we're respecting bullish PD arrays. I was planning to be more reactive to the market today, versus the past few days. Like we were super bullish. It was like literally nothing to take but longs. So I said I think we're waiting on the tap for the daily gap for ES, and we'll push higher. And I was targeting, London high, Asia high, some of the internal highs. So, and as you can see, I took a trade on ES and I took a trade on NQ 2 for 2 on the day. So yeah, this line right here is the daily gap. I'll go into replay mode so y'all can see. And this trade was fairly early. So got the daily time frame. We come in, like I said, we are very close to this unmitted daily fair value gap. Drop down to the 4-hour, respecting 1 hour, 15 minute. I mean, we were really accumulating in this zone from yesterday at 3:45. So I was like, we got to get some type of manipulation, either to the upside or downside. And we got exactly that. I'll kind of zoom in on ES so you guys can see that a little bit better. So we open up, and right away, we manipulate down to my draw. I said, okay, from here, what do I want to see? We close this 1 minute. Dang, I wasn't trying to do that. We close this 1 minute as a doji candle. Doji candles usually signify reversals. You pair a doji candle with a higher time frame like gap that we should respect. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure. Like I was 98% sure we were going to inverse this gap off the next candle. And what do? We didn't fully inverse it, but this strong V shape gave me enough. Honestly, I started to enter here, but I'm trying to be more disciplined. And I was watching ES, so I didn't see that on NQ. We had completely inversed it, which honestly, if I was watching NQ, I would have taken it probably. I don't know. But what did I do? Drop down to the 30-second. I said, okay, we got this 30-second right here. I'll wait on that close. I can still get a decent risk to reward. This is why I'm glad I waited, because I would have been in here. I would have came, probably put my stop loss here, and I wouldn't have gotten stopped, but this would have just been unnecessary, unnecessary mental strain. And we have a small 30-second here that got respected. So once I saw that, this is kind of the same move we saw yesterday. 1 minute gap, we get some displacement through the 1 minute gap. The 30-second comes back and taps the 30-second gap and pushes the 1 minute to a clean inversion. So what do? I enter here. I get filled a little late, so I think I got filled right up in here, which I mean, I wasn't really tripping on. So I think I was watching the 30-second. So yeah, I got filled right up in there. You can see instant move to the upside. and in 3 candles, I was out. So, yep, that was that. That was for my first trade. Um, and then so I took off 80% of my cons here with a runner. I want to say to this next high right here. Didn't end up getting. I end up getting. I think I tried something new today, putting my stop loss here on the last 2 contracts instead of going break even, since break even was in line with the gap perfectly. But ended up getting break even. Was I tripping? No, I was not. So we come down, and what do we do here? We put in a crazy SMT. As you can see, and Q did not sweep this low. ES did. I was like, okay, this is free as all. Like, I mean, it's one of the freest moves I've seen. So what do? We get a clean SMT, clean. I think this was an inversion as well. No, we didn't get an inversion, but we did put in an order block, and we got the change in the state. So with a clear target right here. So what do? I enter this trade right here. Once again, I got filled kind of late. We came down. We respected this fair value gap. I wanted to pyramid. I did. As we put in this 1 minute, I wanted the pyramid, especially after we put in another order block. But I was just like, I'm already up on the day. This trade was like, if it didn't hit, I would have been surprised. I'm not gonna lie. So I just left it where it was. I let it go all the way. I actually did. I think I got out on this candle right here just because we was hesitating too much, and like I was like, I'd rather just secure the profit, instead of going break even. So I did that, like 2 points shy of my take profit, which I'm not tripping on at all. And my next target, which if I had been, I only took it like what, 1 or 2 contracts. If I had more, I would have left runners up to this high, which I want to say that's Asia high. So we chopped up for a little bit, chopped up for a little more bit, and then we ended up going to get my target. So I want to see. Yep, that was actually London high. I think we got Asia high as well. Yep. So we went and got all the draws I wanted to see. As y'all can see, I said London high, Asia high, internal highs, LR, LR. We had a lot of LR, LR right here. I mean, that's a crazy long run right there. Right here. Perfect. Perfect day, 2 for 2, 4-day win streak. It doesn't get much better than this. This is another instance of me kind of predicting the market, and it's on reversal spots. I'll go ahead and exit replay mode. See, after we swept Asia high, we've been chopping ever since and kind of moving back down. So like, session liquidity is just really knowing the good draws on liquidity could be very helpful. Like, we swept this high on ES to the T. Let me see what that was. Yeah, that was Asia high. So we swept Asia high on both, and I mean, we've been dumping ever since. So knowing your draws and liquidity is probably the most important thing coming into the day. You have those, and you have some type of sense of patience, discipline, and knowledge, I guess you'll be good. So day 2 in a row of a good trade, kind of the same trade for the past 2 days. Manipulation into it, IFVG. The IFVG also came with a fair value gap respectance. I guess you could call it a continuation, kind of, because especially on NQ, that was definitely a continuation. Just trading with the trend. If you have clear DOLs and we come down and respect this, get a clear displacement, it's kind of obvious that we want to go tap this. And honestly, these were both the exact same trade. Inversion, came down, tap, another inversion, go get the DOL. Same thing over here. Inversion, tap, go get the DOL. So, yeah. W day. Hope y'all was able to learn something from this. Peace out. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Day 5 tomorrow. I think we have news. Let me see. Yep. So we have non-farm. That can be big. That's at 8:30. So hopefully tomorrow's a good Friday. But like I said, peace out. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.